What is up, everyone? I'm Salty Taters, and I'm back today. We're going to opening up probably the last Precon on the channel. We might open up another one. I do have another one. I'm going to keep Salty sealed right here. I'm going to keep this one probably sealed for now. I'm going to SCG Con. What? Minnesota next weekend. I want to bring that for some trade bait. I can't even talk right now. I want to bring it for some trade bait. But I am going to open this one. Just because I'm excited and I really want to open this 2-card pack. My buddy opened a 2-card pack and opened an Elspeth, so I want to see what we get out of this one. I still don't have any plans for Abzan. Yeah, or as the kids say, big booty. You know what I mean. So yeah, let's get into it. Open this up. I've been playing a crap ton of Oblivion Remastered. Let me know if you guys have been doing the same. I've been staying up every night until like at least midnight, even on work days. So yeah, I gotta put in them hours. I'm enjoying it. I probably like it more than Skyrim now, which is crazy. See, like, look, this is the... If you guys saw the Teamer one, the dragon was on front, and now this one is once again the face commander. So that's weird. We'll get into that in just a second. We're going to open this up, which is the reason I decided to open up this box. Do the pull. Alright. Stupid BS card. Oh my god. Really? That's a good card, right? I'll put the price up, but I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good hit. Roiling Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, draw 2, then discard a card, and then return it to your hand if you draw or play a dragon. I like this. I'm going to keep on saying it in every video I open this. I love the dragon border. Corey Steelcutter. I'm going to look that up right now, I think. Right now. Live on camera. As soon as I can move the box I just threw on top of the computer out of the way. And a surprise guest appearance by the Teamer deck. Alright. Give me 1 second. We'll look this up. There we go. TCG. Sorry, give me 1 second. Corey Steel. What? This is not what I wanted. There it is. Jesus Christ, I wasn't even a TCG player. Since when was the freaking first card, or first thing when you type in TCG player, not, or TCG was not TCG player. Anyway. Corey Steelcutter Borderless. $16? That sound right? Yeah, $16. That's not bad. Those are 2 pretty solid hits. Out of that slot. No Elspeth, but that's pretty sick. Alright, we'll get into this now that I'm done wasting everyone's time trying to look up a card and taking way too long to do so. In other news, I'm an uncle now. That's pretty sick. That's all I'm going to say about that for right now, but Felithar the Steadfast. Each creature you control assigns damage equal to toughness rather than power. Creatures can attack as though they didn't have defender and sacrifice this creature, draw the cards equal to the toughness. Then, okay. I really love the foiling on these, so that's that. Betor Ancestor's Voice. At the beginning of your end step, put a number of +1/+1 counters on target creature you control equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Return up to one target creature with mana value less than the amount of life gained from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's a pretty sick card. I might build the deck around Betor here. With Calistine, is that the one from the 40k deck? Alright. Protector of the Wastes. When this creature enters or becomes monstrous, exile 2 target artifacts and/or enchantments controlled by different players. That's pretty sick. Reunion of the House. Return any number of target creatures with total power 10 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. I can see why that's good. In a deck that cares about toughness and not power. That's a pretty good card. Alright. Jaws of Defeat. Whenever an opponent... Whenever a creature you control enters, target opponent loses life equal to the difference of that creature's power and its toughness. Alright, I can see the theme here. Definitely playing into the theme of big booty, you know what I mean. Sacrifice a creature. When you do, all creatures get -X for excellent toughness. Alright, yep. Seems the theme. Will of Abzan. Choose one unless you control your commander. Choose both. Any number of target opponents each sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among them. You gain lose 3 life and return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Alright. Arbor Apparent. Add 1 mana of any color. Add X, where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Yeah, I get it. We care about toughness. We like the toughness. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control equal to that creature's toughness. Sure. Toughness. When this creature enters or attacks, create a 1/3 white wall creature with defender, and whenever a creature you control with defender dies, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. That's pretty sick. Tree of Redemption, yep. But is Tree of Perdition in here too? That'd be pretty similar. Iki Shakwiri, the Usurper. Ikra Shadiki. Menace. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. And it has partner. Alright. We have partner commanders in here? Is there another partner? That'd be pretty sick. During your turn, each creature assigns combat damage to its power rather than its toughness. Whenever Baldan attacks, up to 100 target creatures each get +0/+X until determine X is the number of cards in your hand. Right. This deck is something, I tell you. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the number chosen. Indomitable Ancients. Just a 2/10 for 4 mana. Rock's Faithmender. Would gain life, gain twice that much life instead. Shalai, Voice of Plenty. Creatures you control have hex. Other creatures you control have hexproof. You, planeswalkers, and other creatures you control have hexproof. Defender Flying. Creatures you control get defender. With defender can attack as though they didn't have defender. Wall of Reverence coming up next. At the beginning of your end step, you may gain life equal to the power of target creature you control. That's kind of a non-bow, but okay. I guess it's because it's big butt. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, draw a card. Triggers once each turn. God, this fucking... They need to stop printing this guy, I swear. He does not need to be everywhere. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 spider with reach. Assault formation. Creatures with defender can attack as though they didn't, and creatures you control get +0/+1 until end of turn. Hornet Nest. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, create that many 1/1 insect tokens with flying and death touch. Seedborn Muse is nice. That's a nice include here. Sylvan Caryatid, also a nice include. Towering Titan. This creature enters with +X/+X, or X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number total toughness of other creatures you control. I don't know why it's so hard for me to read off magic cards. Sacrifice a creature with defender. All creatures gain trample until end of turn. I think I'm trying to speculate what the card says and gets it wrong every time. Anguish Unmaking. Exile target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Dragonlord Dramoka. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Elder. Feybarrel Elder. For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. Shadrick's Silverquill. Does a bunch of things. I'm not reading it. You can't make me. Flanking. Whenever a creature without flanking blocks this creature, the blocking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Creatures your opponents control with flying or reach can't block creatures with power 2 or less. Partner. So is these two the partner commanders? Like, is that what we're going for here? I do not have a partner commander deck. It would be pretty cool to run one out of the box. I don't know if that works as that well with this deck, but we'll see. Oh. Dude, there's some wild cards in here. Colfinner's Urn. Whenever a creature with toughness 4 or greater is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may exile it at the beginning of your end step if 3 or more cards have been exiled this way. With this artifact, sacrifice it. If you do, return those cards to the battlefield under its owner's control. Interesting. Staff of Completion is crazy in here. It does a bunch of stuff. I'll pull it up to the camera so you guys can read it. Don't know why my lens is so bad. Hopefully that fixed it. A little better. Weathered Sentinels. Defender. Vigilant. Reach. Trample. This creature can attack players who attacked you during their last turn as though it didn't have Defender. And when this creature attacks, it gets +3/+3 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Interesting card. Into the lands now. The rare lands. I'll stop on anything crazy. But I don't think there's going to be. Temple of My Lady, Temple of Plenty, Temple of Silence, Filter Lands. All right, we got through that. Arcane Signet, you know what it does. It's in every deck, every commander deck. Same with Soul Ring. You know what it does. It's in every deck. Enjoy it before it gets banned because apparently they hate fast mana and commander. Yes, I'm being salty. Command Tower. Of course, you got to get the Nyx Fleece Ram in there. Good card. Slaughter the Strong. Swords to Plowshares. Wall of Omens. Wingmantle Chaplain. Defender. This creature enters, create a 1/1 white bird token with flying for each creature with Defender you control. Alright? Whenever another creature you control with Defender enters, create a 1/1 white bird. Okay. So you're just creating birds off pretty much everything? No, not everything has Defender, but a lot of things. Creatures you control have Skulk. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Blight Pile. Each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creatures with Defender you control. Alright. Feed the Swarm and Infernal Grasp. Defender. When you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Sacrifice this creature. Target player loses X life, where X is this creature's power. Okay. Grazer is a nice card. Axbane Guardian. Add X mana where X is the number of creatures you control with Defender. Alright. Defender, when this creature enters, draw a card. See, this one has Evolving Wilds too. So that's two of them that had Evolving Wilds, but the Mardu one had Terramorphic Expanse and not Evolving Wilds. Also, why couldn't you just have the same symbol? I hate that this one card has the different symbol in here. Just put Evolving Wilds in all the decks. It's better than Terramorphic Expanse. Anyway, draw the offshoot. Defender. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Defender. Add green for each creature you control with Defender. Tap land. Creatures you control get +0/+5 and gain reach until end of turn. Wall of Blossoms. Draw a card. Defender. Defender. Put a -0/-1 counter on this. Activate only once each turn. Is bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good, but exile target permanent with mana value 4 or greater. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life, each opponent loses 3 life. Crashing Drawbridge. Signet. Swiftfoot Boots. Walking Bulwark. Defender. 2. Until end of turn, target creature with Defender gains haste. Can attack as though it didn't have Defender and assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Activate only as a sorcery. That's a pretty good card. Target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. That is really good in this deck because you can swap out the power for the toughness while you're attacking. Bojuka Bog is a good card. Common lands. And I think that's it besides the tokens. If we make any, I think there's going to be a bird token. Alright, Wall, Inkling, Bird, Wall, Spider, Wall, Inkling, Bird, Wall, Spider. Yeah, so that's the Abzan Precon deck. I know it's kind of late getting up. Thanks for watching. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this deck. Partner Commander is cool, but it really doesn't work with the rest of the deck. I mean, I guess that kind of works. Maybe I'll try it with these two. Also, I just kind of want to take Beator here and make a deck with him. We'll see. I don't know what I want to do. Whatever I do, I'll either update you guys or put it in the editing of this video if I come up with it before I get this video finished. So, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Salty Taters. Once again, if you ever like drinking energy drinks and you want to try a new energy drink that I've been trying for about a month now, Dubby Energy. Jitterless energy, no crash, no sugars, no calories. Using the link in the description below, you can get some for you as well as helping me out. So why not? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. See you guys later.